Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this presentation of Friday Night Lights on CPSN. We're here at the first of three venues that the Junior Jays will call home here in 2024 here at Westside High School's Phelps Field as the Junior Jays host the Burke Bulldogs in their home opener. Mike Knockenauer alongside Chris Hillebrandt. Chris, we're back. We're back for another year of CPSN. What are your thoughts going into this year?
I'm very excited to see this very young Creighton Prep team, see how they perform. A lot of new faces. I'm very excited to see them show their talent in the first home opener.
Absolutely. We're going to jump right into it. Let's take a look at the coaches poll from NEB Prep's Westside, staying on top after last year's dominant. Some people are calling it the best year of high school football we've ever seen in the state of Nebraska. And then Millard South, who had a dominant 56-0 win over Q Street rival Millard West yesterday. Then rounding out the rest, we have Elkhorn South, who has a lot of promise and a lot of high expectations going into this season. They're sitting there at 1-0. Millard North, who took down Millard West last week. We have Kearney there rounding out the top five. Bellevue West, Omaha North, Lincoln Southeast, Papillion La Vista, and Omaha Central in the bottom half of the top 10, and Millard West on the outside looking in, receiving votes. What do you think? Junior Jays were ranked 10th going into last week, but then obviously they headed down to St. Louis and took on DeSmet.
I think that the Junior Jays were I think put under kind of a lot of pressure, being put at 10th, especially after last season, going down playing a very, very tough opponent, but obviously Millard South and Westside at the top two. I'm really excited to see them duke it out, maybe in the playoffs. But honestly, give me Millard South to win the whole thing.
Wow, all right. Yeah, a lot of promise there at the top half of the top 10. As you can see, a tough road trip for the Junior Jays last week, going down to St. Louis to take on one of the top-ranked teams in Missouri in DeSmet. It was just a rough afternoon, but able to win the second half. That was their goal going into halftime down 48-0, but able to win the second half. As we'll now take a look at what Burke did last week, as they very easily took down Benson 62-0. The Bunnies with an 11-game losing streak dating back to the middle of October of 2022. It's a much taller task here this evening against the Junior Jays.
Absolutely, and despite the Junior Jays' tough loss, Jackson Wergler, I believe, had himself a great game. I'm expected to see him get a lot of looks today, along with Marcus Buchanan, who even last year was a standout player for the Burke Bulldogs.
Absolutely. We will be calling his name a lot tonight. Another man we're going to be calling the name of a lot tonight is the play caller for the Junior Jays in Tony Caniglio. Just over 50% completion percentage, just over 1,000 yards passing on the season last year. Expecting a big step up from him going into his second full year as the starter of the Junior Jays. And now we'll take a look at what the backfield looks like. It's kind of a two-headed monster of junior Angelo Walker and senior Jacob Ruby. Both of them split carries a lot last year. And we expect more of the same going into this season. As kickoff about to get underway here from Phelps Field. Junior Jays and the Bulldogs ready to get things kicked away, as we're going to take a look really quick at how these teams shape up and how they have shaped up against each other. It's been a pretty even split series, only the 9th meeting between these two in the last nearly 2 decades. But last year was all Junior Jays, a 62-21 win, and a game that was delayed by lightning for about an hour. But we eventually got that one finished up, and the Junior Jays handfully won that one.
I just want to touch back up on Jacob Ruby and Angelo Walker, especially Angelo. In the last matchup between these two teams, he had 3 touchdowns in his sophomore season in one game. I'm expecting a lot out of him and out of Jacob Ruby, who also had a game-winning touchdown against Central in overtime. A very solid backfield for this Junior Jays offense.
Yeah, going back to that Burke game, 5 touchdowns on the ground for the Junior Jays. including 3 from Angela Walker. But the special teams from both sides just about to get this one squared away. Any final thoughts before we kick off the season?
Go Jays.
Absolutely. Junior Jays coming off a campaign of 4-6, as losing here at Phelps Field twice by almost 50 points both times to Westside. But this time around, they're here as the home squad, here in the home opener, as the kickoff team takes the field.
Looks like Matt Sledge there to kick it off. Soccer player as well.
Birdcage is ready. The players are ready, and we're ready here up in the booth. Mike Knockenauer and Chris Hillebrand here to bring you all the action. Junior Jays will kick it away to start things off. And as mentioned, Matt Sledge, the one who will kick it away. And we're off here on CPSN, as that one will fly through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out comes Nate Collins and the Burke Bulldog offense. As we mentioned, Marcus Buchanan with 140 yards receiving last week on just 4 receptions.
Man, I don't care what level you're at. 140 yards in a single game on 4 receptions is crazy. I think he had himself a great game. And like I said before, he's been doing this he did this last year as well.
First play from scrimmage, Collins in shotgun. A slant route to Buchanan is dropped.
That's shocking from Marcus Buchanan, a seasoned receiver such as himself. I mean, that's a catch 90% of the time, but maybe, first play jitters. As I go here to line up again, Buchanan on the close side.
As here's a handoff now. Good pickup there on second down. Darnell Dangerfield with the carry. He'll pick up about 8 on second down, which will make it third and manageable.
I thought he was going to get a lot more, but that Junior J offense stood strong, was able to stop him and push him back even.
Gain of 7 on second down makes it 3rd and 3. Collins in the shotgun once again, as that play will get blown dead.
I believe it's going to be a false start.
I believe that the Bulldogs jumped early. So that'll back him up, and it'll make it 3rd and 8.
Flags like that can really set you back, especially there. Go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 7, I believe.
Collins sends a man in motion. Immediately pressured, but able to get it to Buchanan.
Good blocking there.
He's across the middle. He's past defenders. Only one man to beat down the sideline. He's gone. House call. Touchdown.
That's a great play there by the Burke offense. Great blocking on the little screen play. I think it was designed that a lot of the defensive line kind of cut up, gave a lot of room for him to run down the field. All he had to just beat one guy, and he did for a good score.
Marcus Buchanan with a 77-yard touchdown to open things up for the Bulldogs. What a run, what a play. It was a quick little slant route across the middle of the field. And Buchanan, once he got in the open field, he was gone. The extra point is up and through. And the Bulldogs coming out strong. 7-0 here with 10:48 to go in the first. We'll be back here on CPSN. The Bulldogs come out and punch the Junior Jays right in the mouth. 78-yard receiving touchdown for Marcus Buchanan. A little bit of a squib onside kick there from the Bulldogs. Oliver Trosinski able to collect that easily, and the Junior Jays are going to have excellent field position to start their first drive. Right about at their own 47.
Here comes that anticipated Junior J offense, Jackson Wergler. Key player, he's going to be on the far side of the field, number 3.
First play is a handoff to Jacob Ruby as he powers his way. A nice pickup there. 1st and 10 will remain 1st and 10.
That is a great pickup there by the Junior Jays. Jacob Ruby low on his shoulder, getting a lot of yards after contact. I mean, he was hit well before the first down marker, and he just bullied his way up forward.
Caniglio under center. Another handoff to Ruby, this time to the right side. And he'll get about 5.
We're going to see a lot of that of the Junior Jays. Solid run game, 5 yards per play. I mean, that's the dream, really.
As Angela Walker checks in for the first time. They've been calling it a Y-back system or a slot back system. As you can see it right there, Angela Walker, bottom of your screen, lined up inside of Jackson Wergler. As here's another handoff to Ruby. He's up the middle. He stays on his feet. He's going to find a burst of speed down the sideline. And just like that, the Junior Jays respond. Touchdown, Creighton Prep.
Great play by the Junior Jays there. And I got to give props to Jacob Ruby, you know, getting a lot of yards after the contact. I said that earlier after he got that first down. You know, he just broke a tackle, got into the open, and was able to run down and score.
So 2 quick scores from both offenses. And we've got ourselves a ball game.
It's Drew Gotch there to kick the extra point. I believe off the upright there.
Yeah, off the upright, Costello. And Gotch able to put the extra point through. And just like that, we are tied at 7 apiece. We'll step aside. We'll be right back. Friday Night Lights on CPSN. Just over 2 minutes into this one, both teams with very quick scores right out of the gate. Got ourselves a 7-7 ball game as the Junior Jays place kicker in Matt Sledge boots his 2nd touchback of the game. And now back comes the Burke offense As we mentioned pregame, Marcus Buchanan was a name we were going to be calling a lot, and that was immediately apparent as he exploded for a 78-yard touchdown off of a slant route.
I mean, that's incredible, really. I mean, he was obviously, it's normal for him considering he had 2 touchdowns against Benson just last week, but I didn't think we were going to get it that early. We're going to have to, or the Junior Jays are going to have to watch him a lot more on this drive. I'm curious to see if they're going to rotate quarterbacks as they did last year. Last year was Nate Rollins and a couple others. Still in the huddle.
Looks like there's some confusion on the far end with a staff member of the Bulldogs and the officials, along with Nate Collins. So we'll try to get that straightened up. One of the things we had been talking about coming up, leading up to this game and leading up to the season, was the question marks in the secondary. Very young, inexperienced group of guys led by junior Vinny Saul. As we have a whistle and a flag.
Looks like some movement there up front. And as you said, with the secondary, I mean, Jordan Udofia, the starter on the other side, getting injured. So Silas Bush having to step up in his first ever varsity start.
False start makes it 1st and 15. Fake handoff throw to Buchanan again on a slant. And a good pickup there on 1st down. And your guy you were just talking about, Silas Bush, able to bring him down.
And, you know, I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's young. Again, it's his first career start. And, I mean, Marcus Buchanan is not an easy matchup at all.
Not at all. One of the best wide receivers in the state. As this one is going to be gobbled up immediately by the Prep D line.
Great defensive line work.
That was Carnell Dangerfield with the carry, but he ran into a brick wall at the line of scrimmage.
I believe that was
season, but switched to the defensive side of the ball over the offseason. Interesting to see how that'll play out. 2nd and 10. Collins escapes the pocket. He'll slide down at about the 44. It'll be a pickup of around 5. Bit of a short spot. More of where he started the slide than where he ended. So it might make it about 3rd and 6.
Crucial 3rd down here, in my opinion. If you get a stop, you keep the momentum, you go down and can score. But if they get it.
Screen pass to Buchanan is gobbled up there on the far side. Junior J secondary read that play immediately. Once again, Silas Bush blowing through a block and able to make the tackle. And that'll force a 4th down. And the punt squad will come on for the Bulldogs.
Great play there by Silas Bush. Memory of a goldfish. Let up kind of a big play, but made up for it. Got a tackle for loss, and now it's 4th and 10. They're going to have to punt.
As a bit of a low snap.
They're going to let it bounce here.
Let it bounce. And it'll settle about the Creighton Prep Junior J offense back out. 7:37 left here in the first quarter. It's been pretty eventful so far, but Junior J defense able to collect themselves and come back out and get a stop.
Here comes that Junior J offense. Back out on the field, hoping they can make something happen just as they did in their last possession.
First play is a handoff to Jacob Ruby as he is slammed at the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one there. Good defensive line work by the Bulldogs, just kind of being able to read that, handed it off. I mean, he didn't have anywhere to go. He kind of got the ball and immediately got tackled there.
So loss of 1 on 1st down. Here's Caniglio under center, Walker in the backfield. Fake handoff, throw over to the left side to Corrigan. He turns upfield. He's got himself some running room down to the 20-yard line of Burke. And another big chunk play for the Junior Jays.
What a play there by the Junior Jays. Colin Corrigan, I believe, was top 3 in receiving yards against DeSmet, so that does not surprise me at all. And again, those yards after contact, just being able to bully his way another 5 yards, those can really be a booster for your whole team.
Here's a handoff to Walker. Little stutter step, waits for a hole. That's a good heads-up play there. It's about 3. Wyatt Lash down inside the full. Toss to the outside.
Corrigan back in the backfield. And they're going to give it to him on a sneaky fullback
A little bit
run.
of a fullback dive right there. Gets maybe a couple, but so 2nd and goal after the pickup of 2.
I believe they are on the 3-yard line.
About 3 yards out for the Junior J offense. Hand off to Ruby. He's going to muscle his way in for his 2nd touchdown.
Jacob Ruby already with 2 touchdowns only in the first quarter. We might be in for a shootout here today.
Absolutely. Junior J offense marching right down the field and able to punch it in as they take their first lead here tonight on Jacob Ruby's 2nd rushing touchdown. Drew Gotch back out there to try the extra point. That one is up, and it is through. Make it 14-7, Junior Jays. Prep able to respond well to the early score from the Bulldogs. They take their first lead, 14-7, just a touch under 5 to go here in the first. You're watching Friday Night Lights here on CPSN. Junior Jays with 14 unanswered, here to take a 7-0 lead, or excuse me, a 14-7 lead. Here just halfway through the first quarter. Matt Sledge with another booming kick that will trail through the back of the end zone. It's been an interesting game thus far. Burke came out screaming on offense. Marcus Buchanan All right, cool.
We're on.
We welcome you back. Apologize for some technical difficulties, but a lot of action here on Burke's third offensive drive. A lot of big hits delivered by the Junior Jays, and 4th and 10, and the Burke offense will stay out there, and the Junior Jays are gonna have to call a timeout and get regrouped.
I would like to shout out Vinny Saul on one of those big hits. I mean, it was a momentum shifter. It was on a screen pass. Vinny Saul just came roaring down, lowered his shoulder, and knocked him to the ground, got up, got the whole sideline excited. A lot of momentum, or a huge momentum shift there for the Junior Jays. 4th and 10.
So Prep with the timeout called, as Burke was set up to go for it on 4th and 10.
Yeah, I just don't think the Junior Jays were expecting that at all. I mean, here they come back out.
And after the timeout, it looks like Burke will indeed punt it away. James Johannes back to punt it away. Gets it up in the air. Costello chasing it, and he bobbles it, drops it, but it harmlessly rolls out of bounds. So no harm, no foul for the Junior Jays, and they will take over their own 40-yard line.
Scary occurrence there. I could tell everyone's heart dropped, at least on the receiving side of the ball when that happened. Fortunate enough that it landed out of bounds.
Yeah, the kick ended up drifting over to the complete opposite side of the field that Costello was lined up on. So he had to try and catch it while running. And first offensive play for this drive is a run from Jacob Ruby. It's Prep running game coming out strong here early in this one, but it's been Jacob Ruby getting a majority of the touches so far. Caniglio under center once again. Another handoff to Ruby. Makes a jump cut, dives near the first down, but might be about a yard short. So 3rd and 1 from just behind the 50-yard line. So Junior Jays faced with a 3rd down for what feels like one of the first times tonight.
You got to think they're going to do what they've been doing. Yep, looks like they will.
Tony Caniglio with a quarterback sneak gets more than enough for the first down as the Junior Jays work their way into Burke territory. It's been a lot of under center snaps for Prep so far, but it's worked very well.
And I think that's kind of what they're going to be doing a lot this season, just kind of those short games, chugging along, getting a solid 5-6 yards each play, maybe switch it up, throw a couple passes, but I think it's going to be a lot of.
Here's another one of those toss plays to the outside to Ruby. Some extracurriculars here on the near side. It's getting a little chippy here between the two squads, but 3-yard run on first down for Jacob Ruby as the clock winds under a minute here in the opening quarter. Caniglio, fake handoff, rolls to his left, gets it to Corrigan. Corrigan makes a move.
Corrigan hit hard there coming down.
That's Marcus Buchanan on the defensive side of the ball delivering the hit, but it's a first down. Clock will stop with about 20 seconds to go as Junior J offense continues to move the ball downfield. As that might do it for the opening quarter.
Let's stay. Yeah, I believe they're just going to stay in the huddle here.
Burke came out ready to play with a long touchdown on their opening drive, but the Junior Jays with back-to-back scoring drives able to reclaim the lead as they hold a 14-7 advantage. We'll head to the second quarter. Junior Jays will keep the ball, driving, trying to extend their lead. You're watching Friday Night Lights here on CPSN. The second quarter, play action on first down, looking for Wergler in the end zone, nearly intercepted by Buchanan. Some great coverage there down the field by the Bulldog two-way player as he's able to break up the pass, nearly intercepts it, intended for Wergler.
Great heads-up play there by Buchanan, changing from a corner to a receiver in that kind of situation can really help. You know,
that brings up second down now. Another play action. Caniglio rolls to his right, finds Walker down the right side, and he will walk his way into the end zone. 33-yard touchdown reception to Angelo Walker, and the Junior Jays tack on another.
They've been doing a lot of those dump kind of screen passes on offense, and they're working out very, very well for Angelo Walker and Colin Corrigan. Getting either huge gains or even touchdowns.
So Drew Gotch back out there to try and tack on another as he gets that one up and good. Junior Jays make it 21 unanswered as they go up by 2 scores. We'll step aside. 11:43, a quick strike for the Junior Jays here in the second quarter. We'll step aside. Friday Night Lights on CPSN. Junior Jays with a strong response to some early adversity. As here's Matt Sledge to boot it away once again. Mike Nakanower alongside Chris Hillebrandt. As this one's short enough for Buchanan to field it.
I believe flag was thrown.
So we'll take a look at the penalty marker. Thrown back at where the ball was kicked. Junior Jays offsides on the kickoff, so we will try it again from 5 yards back.
Matt Sledge should have no problem kicking this away, as he's been booting it into the back of the end zone anyways.
Wind has been very inconsistent up to this point. As this one a low squib kick, as Buchanan will field it about his own 5, runs into some traffic and he'll go down. So well covered kickoff by the Junior Jays special teams unit. As you've really felt the momentum shift through this game. We keep going back to it. The quick strike from the Bulldogs in under 90 seconds. But the Junior Jays have not batted an eye. I think that's a lot of what this team has been built on, is resilience and how they respond to adversity.
Nico Komich, the sophomore, coming in there for Silas Bush on the close side.
As the first play of this drive is a handoff. Dangerfield with about a 2-yard pickup. They might give him 3. Excuse me. 2nd and 12. As the Junior J defense, this D-line has been exceptional thus far. This Burke run game is almost one-dimensional.
Yeah, like you said, they're having to rely on Marcus Buchanan for a lot of it, but I mean, one man can only do so much.
Collins in shotgun. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left, throws across the middle, as that'll fall incomplete.
Good pressure there by the Junior J defense.
Junior Jay's able to put a lot of pressure early and often so far. I think that's probably what the conversation with Coach Munson had with his defense after that opening drive.
And
looks like a Bulldog timeout as we will step aside. 10:34 to go here in the second. Out of the Burke timeout. Backed up deep in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Collins rolling out to his left. He's got some time. He's going to try and run for it, but he's going to get swarmed That was Sean Skridlak and a handful of other defenders who all broke on that ball.
Something I will say on that play is great coverage there by the Junior J secondary. Nico Komich, as I said, the sophomore guarding Marcus Buchanan. I mean, Nate Collins was looking at him that entire play, and he just had no one open.
Yeah, he had scrambled out to the left side, tried to guide his blockers as well as he could, but Junior J defense able to sniff that one out. As you said, great coverage by the secondary, and it forces another Burke punt.
A little bit of a rugby punt there. Going over his head, caught it.
Here's Lasher down the left side, tries to make a move, stays on his feet, and he'll get knocked down, but Junior J's with some great field position starting in plus territory.
See if this Junior J offense is going to be able to do what they've been doing this whole game so far, which is drives down the field like clockwork. Those short 5-6 yard gains, even 4-yard gains.
The run game has been very impressive up to this point. So the Junior Jays start this drive on the Burke 43-yard line. Caniglio in the shotgun. Quick slant route to Nick Keeney on the near side, as that one will go for about 10 and a first down. Bit of a short spot. Check that. About an 8-yard pickup there on first down. It'll be second and short. Giglio under center. Handoff to Walker on the left side. Good pickup there on second down, which will set up a first down as this Junior J run game continues to dominate this contest so far.
Both these running backs are very both of these running backs are very experienced in the varsity play, getting significant minutes both last year and even the year before for Jacob Ruby.
As Colin Corrigan, making something out of nothing, was seemingly stopped in the backfield but able to maneuver his way around defenders. Picks up about 5. As you mentioned, both of these running backs for the Junior Jays started last year top of the depth chart. Someone who didn't start at the top of the depth chart is Colin Corrigan. Daniel Kenny, the starting fullback all of last season. But moving to the linebacker position, here's Walker making a cut up the field, and he'll make his way across the marker for another first down. As this Junior J offense moves it into the red zone, looking to add on to their lead.
Here comes the play call.
Caniglia with Corrigan to his right and Walker behind him. Walker able to stay on his feet, making some moves, churning his way, still going, getting a push from his line into the end zone. Touchdown, Creighton Prep. My goodness. Angelo Walker just keeping his legs moving, and his offensive line, the rest of his team comes in, able to push him across the goal line, and the Junior Jays tack on another one. Make it 27-7.
What a great play there by the Junior Jays, and especially Andrew Walker staying on his feet, being able to, like you said, make something out of nothing, jumping over a defender. You know, and again, shout out to the offensive line for keeping their heads up, giving him an extra push to get him in the end zone.
Bit of a botched snap here on the extra point. Costello, the holder, having to try and throw for it to the back of the end zone.
They got it.
And it's caught. So make it a 2-point conversion for the Junior Jays. Vincent Constantino with the catch in the end zone. Jumping over a defender from the pass from Alex Costello. And we've been talking about making something out of nothing during this drive, and we just saw another instance of that.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I just did not expect that to work. You know, he rolled one way, had to roll the other, was probably 10, 15 yards away, delivering a very good pass that only Constantino could jump up and catch. Great play.
So we'll step aside really quick. Junior Jays tack on another 29-7 here with just over 7 to go in the second. Matt Sledge to kick it away once again, as this one will land in the end zone for a touchback. Dominant performance from the Junior Jays. They're leading it by 3 scores now. As this Burke offense, ever since that first drive, they have struggled to move the ball.
And I think it's all given props to the offensive line and a couple blitzing linebackers. On the run game, they just swallow them up right away, and on pass plays, it's a lot of pressure, and he can't get the ball out in time or deliver a good pass or set his feet to deliver a good pass.
So Nate Collins and the Burke offense back out on the field as we have a marker, as I believe the play clock expired. Officials convening as they are going to pick up the flag and reset the play clock. Bit of confusion there to open up this drive for the Bulldogs, but nonetheless, back to it with a fresh 25 on the play clock. Nate Collins from his own 20. Sends a man in motion on the left side. Looking back across the middle to Buchanan. He's got it. Marcus Buchanan with one man to beat. But Preston Woodward, the safety there to make the tackle, but a big pickup there on first down. Reception going for about 31. And just like that, Burke back into prep territory.
It's those plays like that that can start to shift momentum. So if you're the Junior J offense, you're just hoping to shut them down here.
Dangerfield in motion on the left side. That one is dropped. And they're going to say it was a forward pass, so it'll be incomplete. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. As we mentioned, the first of 3 venues that the Junior Jays will play their home games at this year. Usually in past years it's been at Burke, but not even Burke's able to play there this year, as this one, run to the left side, swallowed up immediately. As we were mentioning, obviously Burke Stadium undergoing renovations this season, so no one is able to play there. So the Junior Jays here at Westside to start out the year at home. They will then go to Central next week as they host Lincoln Southeast. And then their last 2 home games against Papillion, La Vista, and Westside will be played at Omaha North. So all over the city for the Junior Jays. As this one, Collins able to scramble his way out of the pocket. Down the right side, it's going to be close to a first down.
All depends here on the spot by the officials. And I think they're gonna.
It's going to be a first down. So Nate Collins able to improvise and use his legs scrambling for the first down. So he'll move the chains as the drive continues for the Bulldogs. Here's Dangerfield. Swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
It's that defensive line work, as I said before, just playing exceptionally well here in the first half.
Really the only time there's any sort of run play that goes for positive yards for the Bulldogs is whenever it's something that is a toss to the outside, or on that last first down we saw in Collins escaping the pocket out to his right. So we're about 5 minutes left here in this opening half as the Bulldogs look to get back on the board. Quick slant pass to Buchanan. That one is going to be stripped away by Vinny Saul. And they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Saul can't believe it. But it was a slant route to Marcus Buchanan that was read very well by the junior corner. He was able to get in there and knock the ball free, but they're going to say that Buchanan never had possession. So it would be an incomplete pass, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
The Bulldogs have run a lot of those screen passes or option screen passes where he can either throw it to his left or he's got a slant on his right. And I think a lot of the defense was thinking they were going to get it to the screen, but great play there by Vinny Saul. Collins now under pressure.
Collins under pressure, gets it across the middle, finds a man. That'll be close to the marker. That's Braden Gamble across the middle. With the reception, it'll be enough for a first down as Burke finding a groove here offensively late in the first half as they've moved and worked their way down inside the prep 30.
A lot of football left to be played. You know, who's to say if Burke might get a few quick scores.
Quick handoff to Dangerfield. Pickup of about 3. Clock continues to wind here in the first. Burke really taking their time here with their play calls. They've really slowed down the pace of this game.
Absolutely. I mean, early on they were doing a lot of this no-huddle quick offense kind of thing.
As this one out to the right side, but defended pretty well, and it'll bring up 3rd and about 5. That was Gamble there with the touch. So now here a 3rd and medium situation for the Bulldogs. Reminder that Burke got the ball to start the game off, so it'll be the Junior Jays coming out of the locker room on offense. As some confusion there on the offensive side as Burke will burn their second timeout. We'll step aside with them. We'll be right back here on CPSN. Burke timeout. It's 3rd and 5 from the Prep 21. Collins dropping back to pass, under some pressure, out to his left. Looking downfield, looking for his man, and he dropped it. Looking for Dayton Collins, who was seemingly wide open there inside the 10, but unable to come up with the catch. And the Junior J defense forces a 4th down, and now a decision here for Burke. So it'll be 4th and 5 from the 21. Only 20 on the play clock here. So for now, the Bulldog offense will stay out on the field. Down to 7 on the play clock. As they'll snap it, Collins looking back, batted out of the line. It'll fall incomplete. And the Junior J defense makes a stand.
I mean, it's a tough call there. You've come this far down the field. It's only 5 yards to get the first. I think I would have made the same call, just unfortunate that they weren't able to get it across the first down marker.
We were taking a look at the Burke kicker pregame. Seemingly some early season jitters. So maybe some of that coming into play on that play call.
Absolutely.
I've always said that being a kicker, you have to be a different kind of person. You have to either think about everything or absolutely nothing. You have to completely, pretty much zone yourself out from the rest of the game and just focus on kicking.
You know, sometimes that's hard.
So the Junior Jays will take their 2nd timeout. Just a touch over 2:08 to go. We'll step aside really quick. We'll be right back. 29-7 here in the 2nd. Back to it out of the prep timeout. Offense for the Jays back on the field after the 4th down stop just outside of the red zone from defense.
Galladay in motion there.
Caniglio, some time to throw. Now he escapes the pocket. Running to his right, still scanning down the field. He's looking near midfield as Elijah Whitcomb down the field, able to get a foot in bounds. And a pickup of 24 there on 1st down. 2-minute drill in effect now here for Prep as the clock winds here in the opening half.
On that play, you know, good pass there by Tony Caniglio. Had a few options open.
Caniglio back to pass, having to escape. Flag thrown in the backfield, and he'll just have to throw this one away, and it might be coming back anyways.
See what they say here.
Flag thrown about where Caniglio was lined up when he first snapped it. So it will be a holding call on the Junior Jays, and they'll back them up. So 1st and 10 will turn into 1st and 20. As
1st and 20 now, it looks like.
Yep. 1st and 20 here from the 35. Quick pass out to Whitcomb on the right side, as that one is very well defended by Burke. That's Dangerfield there on the tackle.
As you said, getting a little chippy down there. Looks like a couple words might have been exchanged after the play.
Caniglio scrambles to his right and has to throw it away. Running out of room there on the right side.
It's going to be 3rd and extra long here.
3rd and 19. That holding penalty really backed him up. Some confusion there on the play call between the offense and the sideline, down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Caniglio under center. Hand off to Ruby. Stays on his feet, and he'll get back to about the original line of scrimmage whenever this set of downs began. Pickup of about 11, so it'll be 4th down, and the Junior J punt unit will come on for the first time.
Yeah, just an unfortunate penalty there. Early in the drive, setting them back. It was they got like 13 yards back on the play, but since they moved back 10, it just won't be enough. They're going to send out the punt unit for the first time in this game.
As the Junior Jays will take their final timeout before they punt this one away, just working the clock down to about 36 seconds. We'll step aside really quick with them. Be right back here for this final 30 seconds of the first half. Sledge out there for the Junior Jays' first punt of the evening. Here in the final minute of the second quarter. That one goes off the side of his foot. A little bit of a weak punt, but it rolls to about the Burke 36.
It's going to be decent field position there for the Bulldogs.
29 seconds left here in the first half. It's been, outside of the first drive of the game, all Junior Jays. So Collins lined up in the shotgun. Here with most likely one last play in the half. It's a pass over to Dangerfield on the right side, and he's hit hard. That's Vinny Saul there in the secondary, laying the hit, and it'll be a hustle-up offense as the Bulldogs try to get at least one more play in, as it'll be a spike from Collins here with 9 seconds.
Vinny Saul's been playing exceptionally well in this game so far. He's got a couple pretty big hits. And I mean, I'm really excited to see more to come this season and next season, as he's only a junior.
Most likely one last play here in the first half. Bulldogs do have a timeout remaining, though. Collins quickly pressured. That one batted up in the air. It'll fall incomplete. And that'll turn it into 4th down. So Bulldogs trying to hustle up, but we'll make it 4th down here with 5 seconds to go until we hit the half.
You got to wonder, are they going to go deep this play, or do you think they're just going to stick with those short screens, those dump passes, those slants? Because, I mean, they've been getting huge gains off those already so far in this game.
Yeah, kind of caught the prep defense sleeping early on, but the adjustments made by Coach Munson and his unit as they've made sure to limit the Bulldogs to just that score.
It looks like they will try to go deep.
Here down the right side, that one will float out of bounds, as that will be the end of the first half. Outside of one play that didn't go their way, it's been all Junior Jays. We head to the break. It's 29-7. Junior Jays will get the ball coming out of the locker room. You've been watching Friday Night Lights here on CPSN. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for third quarter action here from Phelps Field. We welcome you back here to Phelps Field. A dominant first half performance from the Junior Jays as they lead it 29-7 here in the home opener. Mike Knockenauer alongside Chris Hillebrandt here in CPSN's first broadcast of the 2024-25 school year. Chris, it was an interesting first half. The Bulldogs came out on fire quickly under 90 seconds. Marcus Buchanan with a lightning strike of a touchdown, 78 yards on a slant route. But ever since then, the Junior Jays able to respond very well as 29 unanswered as they have a commanding 22-point lead here as we start the second half.
Absolutely, and I think the Junior Jays here underestimated just the Burke offense, and I mean, the Bulldogs took advantage of that early and very, very effectively scoring early on, but it's just been all Junior Jays since then. They've been, you know, going down the field in a very fashionable manner, very commanding. A lot of running from Angelo Walker and Jacob Ruby, and some screens from the aforementioned running backs, but also Colin Corrigan, the fullback. You don't see many fullbacks in football anymore.
He's quick. He gets shot out on a screen pass, as we saw that many times in the first half, as he pushed the ball downfield for about a 40-yard reception. It's a very interesting look at offense. Coach Yonk calling plays. New look offense with the new offensive coordinator. And this is third quarter about to get underway.
And how about the Junior J secondary being able to contain Marcus Buchanan enough to where he's not as much as a threat, because Nate Collins, the quarterback, he's looking at Buchanan first. And if he's not open, then he's got to look around. And by that time, the dominant Junior J defensive line is already in his face, and he's going to have to scramble.
Yeah, Marcus Buchanan with 7 receptions for 136 yards and a touchdown there in the first half. As we will step aside, third quarter about to get underway. Junior Jays with a 3-score lead. You're watching Friday Night Lights here on CPSN. Second half about to get underway here from Phelps Field at Westside High School. Mike Knockenauer alongside Chris Hillebrandt. Be Carson Paddock to kick things away to the Junior Jays.
Short kick.
As this one will be fielded by Jackson Wergler, makes a move, trying to get to the outside, stays on his feet, still on his feet.
Wow.
Able to maneuver his way around defenders.
That was a great kick there by Paddock.
Absolutely. For a second, we thought that it was going to go roll out of bounds, but Wergler had to field it and try to make the most of it. Able to get it out to about the 30. Let's call it the 29-yard line. As Tony Caniglio and the prep offense with a strong first half.
Looks like Ruby in the backfield with him.
First play is a handoff to the tailback Ruby. Caniglio with a strong first half performance through the air, 6 for 8 for 129 yards and a touchdown. And both running backs with a solid performance in the opening half as well. Jacob Ruby, 78 yards on 9 touches and 2 scores. Angela Walker, 5 carries for 47 yards and a receiving and rushing touchdown, as a design quarterback run from Caniglio will pick up about, looks like 6 or 7, so it'll be 3rd and short.
And again, if you're the Junior Jays here, you just got to kind of keep doing what you've been doing, consistently getting 4, 5, 6 yards on those run plays. Got to be wondering if they're just going to give it to Ruby or a quarterback sneak here, and they do.
Hand off to Ruby. Not sure he got enough, and it's going to be 4th down.
Wow. Guess I should have knocked on wood there.
Offense staying out there for now. 4th and 2 from the 38. Quarterback sneak, and still on his feet. As Caniglio going to get the line to gain and then a few extra. This O-line has really been controlling the pace of play and have opened up a plethora of opportunity for the prep run game. Junior Jays with 137 yards on the ground there in the first half, 129 in the air. So a very balanced offensive attack. But it's been primarily the run game they've gone to. 17 out of the 23 plays in the first half were on the ground, as that has continued here to open up the third. But a lot slower pace offensively so far. Caniglio, empty backfield, dropping back to pass, looking plenty of time. Now he's going to escape the pocket, run up the middle, stays on his feet, powers his way past some defenders, down the sideline, into the red zone, and he's pushed out of bounds down inside the 10. Tony Caniglio using his legs.
He's quick.
He is very quick. He dropped back to pass, had plenty of time to scan the field with his offensive line, giving him some room to work with. And Caniglio able to scramble his way down to the 10. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Just Ruby in the backfield, and they're going to end up giving it to him.
And off to the right side. That's what's always impressed me about Tony Caniglio, is his ability to improvise. We saw it a lot last year, where he was able to extend plays with his legs by escaping the pocket and making smart decisions. We watched a lot of that in the blue-white game, and it seems like he's improved on that over the offseason. He's a lot more composed, a lot more decisive, as here he goes down the right side. He was looking for Sheldon Galladay in the end zone, but unable to come up with the catch. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 9.
And on that idea of being able to improvise, I think this whole team has been able to do that. We've seen that in Angelo Walker and on the returns by Jackson Wergler, breaking a couple tackles, making a couple men miss, just getting a lot of yards after the contact.
Play action, looking, end zone, touchdown! Matt Sledge in the end zone for the Junior J touchdown. A long, sustained drive for the Prep offense to open up the second half as they tack on another, make it 35 unanswered. And the extra point awaits. Matt Sledge, mainly the punter and place kicker for the Junior Jays, slotted in there as the tight end. He finds his way in the end zone, and Caniglio finds him in the end zone for the score. Gotch's extra point is knocked through, but there was a flag in the secondary.
Officials talking it over.
Seems like it'll go against Burke as the Prep extra point unit comes off the field. So make it 36-7 Junior Jays. A strong drive coming out of the half, as it'll be a personal foul against Burke. So that will be enforced on the kickoff if that's the case. But we'll step aside here. Junior Jays extending their lead to 4 scores. 8:43 to go in the 4th. You're watching Friday Night Lights here on CPSN. Junior Jays with a strong offensive drive to open up the second half. And the roughing the kicker penalty on the PAT has the Junior Jays kicking this one off from the Burke 45. As this one will be shot into the end zone for a touchback. It's been a good opening game here for in-state play for the Junior Jays. Obviously last week heading to St. Louis. But back in town here for the home opener.
We've seen a lot of teams here in Nebraska play out-of-state teams as their first game in the season.
Yeah, Millard South went down to Phoenix as well.
They were able to compete with some pretty tough competition down there as well.
Low snap to Collins in the shotgun. As he's going to try to evade pressure, he's going to use his legs and scramble out of bounds. Good pickup there on first down for the senior quarterback. Strong week for him last week. So he had 5 total touchdowns and only played the first half. 4 in the air and 1 on the ground. But playing a significantly better unit in the Junior Jays. It's been struggling ever since that opening drive. Collins escapes, throws across the middle. He finds a man there for the first down.
And they're going to call it a catch.
That's Braden Gamble, who Collins able to find open across the middle. That's enough for Burke first down. Absolutely gorgeous night for football here in Omaha. Getting a bit chilly after the sun went down, but a beautiful September evening. This one floated up and intercepted, picked off.
That's Elijah Ahanti on the...
Elijah Ahanti, the defensive lineman, able to pull it away, and the Junior Jays get it right back.
What a play by the Creighton Prep defensive line. They are having themselves a game.
That one was batted up in the air, and Elijah Ahanti ripped it out of the arms of a Burke receiver. Able to run it back. And the Junior J offense will head right back out, starting this drive at the 13. It'll be the junior Elijah Cannon out there at quarterback. Hand off to Walker, up the middle. Stays on his feet, down inside the 3. So good enough for a first down. It'll be first and goal from about the 2.
You gotta love it when you see the big fellas get to run with the ball. It's always a huge confidence booster.
Absolutely. Junior Jays forcing their first turnover of the evening. This one on the ground. It's fumbled.
I believe it was recovered
and
by Walker.
Recovered in the end zone. Angelo Walker with a little bit of confusion there on the handoff from Cannon, but able to recover in the end zone. And everything is going the Junior Jays' way as they punch it in for another, make it 42-7. Gotch's extra point is up and good. So the Junior Jays capitalize on the interception immediately as they extend their lead even further. It's a 36-point advantage for the Junior Jays here in the home opener. You're watching Friday Night Lights right here on CPSN. quick 14 points out of the break in just under 5 minutes for the Junior Jays. A long sustained drive to open the half, and then Elijah Ahanti, the big man, getting the interception, putting the Junior Jays right back out there in the red zone. And Angela Walker, bit of a eventful touchdown. A fumbled snap by Elijah Cannon as Walker was trying to punch it in from the 2. Ball rolled into the end zone, and Walker was able to recover it for his 3rd touchdown of the evening. So that Junior J backfield we mentioned has really came to play.
And there's Nico Cosmic back in. The sophomore. Looks like they're going to shift the ball placement here to the right hash.
Quick slant to Buchanan. Big hit there. That's Jaden Cannon on the hit. It's prep defense. A lot of promise. It's been the secondary that's been the biggest question up to this point. As here's a quick little screen pass to the left side. He'll be thrown to the ground. It looks like that was Dayton Collins on the reception.
And it looks like Burke's back to that kind of quicker offensive play style here. Already on another play.
Collins another slant pass to Buchanan as his monster night continues. Buchanan with 130 some yards in the first half. He's probably tacked on another 40 here in the second so far. As flags fly from both sides of the field before this snap. There's going to be an offsides call on the Junior Jays. Collins in the shotgun in prep territory. Handoff to Dangerfield. Good pickup there on 1st and 5. So it'll be 2nd and short. Beautiful. We have to give kudos to Westside for their beautiful facilities. Some of the nicest in Nebraska. Obviously with Burke being closed and Junior Jays needing a place to play, couldn't ask for much better as Collins, a long scramble, gets hit hard but should be close to the yard to gain, as that will be enough for the first down as the Bulldogs continue to move the ball downfield.
Low snap again.
Quick little screen pass to Buchanan down the sideline. He's got some jets. He's got a touchdown. Marcus Buchanan into the end zone for his 2nd score of the game. And Burke gets back on the board.
I think that was a very similar, if not the exact same play that they scored on earlier in this game. A nice dump pass. You know, a lot of the O-line shifted to the left. Got him some blockers. He was able to race down the field, like you said, with that speed and get in the end zone.
So the Burke offense will stay out there. Going to try for the 2-point conversion. Collins going to Buchanan, and he's got it. 14 to the 15 points for the Bulldogs are courtesy of that man, Marcus Buchanan, cementing himself as one of the top receivers in Class A, as the Bulldogs make it a 28-point game, 43-15 here in the third. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere here on CPSN. Welcome you back. Burke with another onside kick, but well recovered by the Junior Jays. Troshinsky once again able to handle the onside kick. And once again, the Junior J offense will get very good starting field position. It'll be Elijah Cannon back out there once again with a 4-touchdown lead. Here with just over 4 to go in the third.
He is out there alongside Jacob Ruby.
Fake toss. Cannon will run it himself to the right side. Picks up around 5 or 6. That's the thing we've noticed about both of these quarterbacks. They are quick and speedy, and they're able to move out of the pocket.
Sophomore Sam Dostal in at tight end for the first time.
What's so important about games like these. Guys that aren't usually getting minutes, getting valuable varsity reps, as that one screen pass out to Nick Keeney, unable to hold on to it. A big hit there. That's Keandre Dangerfield on the tackle. So he was able to get a beat on that one and knock it free. That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Dangerfield kind of been calling his name decent amount in this game as well on the defensive side.
3rd and 5. Cannon under center, fake handoff, rolls to his left, batted down. That's Eli Love. And he's slow to get up after that. That is not something you want to see. A great play on the ball, but he comes up unable to put any weight on his knee. Not something you want to see. So we'll step aside here as they tend to the injured Bulldog. apologize for some audio technical difficulties. Junior Jay's back out there after.
Second and 6 coming.
Cannon under center. Hand off to the right side. Walker cuts back upfield. So it'll be third. And let's call it 2. Junior Jays well on their way to picking up their first win of the 2024 campaign. Some high expectations going into the year. Expected to compete at a high level like they're expected to every year. You hear Lopez, a push from his line. That'll be enough for the first down.
Lopez was a running back last season, got moved to receiver over the offseason. One of a few position changes for this Junior Jays offense.
Yeah, obviously you have Elisha Ahanti going from the offensive line to the defensive line. You have Daniel Kenny going from fullback to linebacker. You have Drew Jarrett moving from the defensive side of the ball to tight end. And plenty of others. Here's Walker again. Powering his way, still on his feet. And that'll be enough to make it 1st and goal for the Junior Jays. The clock will continue to run. 1st and goal from the 7.
Junior Jays continue to dominate this game with another effective drive.
As this one, another run up the middle. This time it's Colin Corrigan, the fullback. So 2nd and goal from the 5 as the Junior Jays starting to just chew some clock as they lead this one by 4 touchdowns.
Going to take it himself.
Cannon's going to take it himself to the right side. He's going to get forced out of bounds. So make it third.
On the 4-yard line. Junior Jays have been particularly well at moving the ball in that 4, 5, 6-yard range. Not so sure that they won't hand the ball off to Angelo here. They
Play
won't.
action.
And throwing the ball, leading.
And rolled out here on the home opener.
Go for a pass.
This one up and through. The extra point is good, and the Junior Jays have put up 50. Here with 7.5 to go in the 4th. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere. Welcome you back. Junior Jays with a 50-piece. Gets it out to about his own 20. But it's been a dominant night on both sides of the ball. As the Junior Jays really responding well to that week 1 loss on the road against a very, very good DeSmet team. They've really responded well here tonight. So they lead it by 35. Here's Collins on another slant to Marcus Buchanan.
Been seeing that a lot today.
Absolutely, a lot of quick slants going straight to Buchanan, and they've worked wonders for the Bulldogs. It's pretty much the one part of the game that the Junior Jays have had no answer for is Marcus Buchanan.
Which I think is kind of what we expected coming into this game. He's a very talented player, and everyone knows it.
As this one floated to Dangerfield, able to stay on his feet down the left side. Should be enough for the first down.
The running back on the little dump pass there as Collins was in trouble. It looks like he's a little slow to get up on the Junior J sideline.
Yep, they're over on the prep sideline. Dangerfield slow to get up. We'll step aside. Dangerfield able to get up and will trot off the field under his own power as this Burke drive continues. New running back in the game for the Bulldogs.
Oh, good gain on the play.
As he's still on his feet, making his way out past midfield, deep into prep territory.
I believe that's Chris Johnson, the sophomore.
Quick note from Sioux Falls, the cross-country team, with a very strong performance, some unofficial results, but lots of guys with some of their best performances of the year, as that one was Dakota Butler in the backfield, nearly got flagged for unnecessary roughness after the play. Not sure I've ever seen a referee pull his flag out and then not throw it, but that's what happened there. So the forward progress will keep it 2nd and 10.
Dakota Butler, one of those players. He's very, very good. Has a lot of energy. As the screen to Chris Johnson is incomplete.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 now. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Junior Jays well on their way to picking up their first win of the season. As they will, quote unquote, stay at home next week as well, as they host Lincoln Southeast at Central. Collins, throw down the right side. Looking for Buchanan, but well defended. That's Ethan Lau in coverage. Got ourselves a rolling clock now with the 35-point lead. So it'll be 4th and 10 from the 35. Burke with one last chance, one last gasp. Trying to put something on the board.
Junior J defense continuing to stay dominant here in this game.
Collins rolls out to his right, looking in the air, tipped by Kenny, and Buchanan couldn't grab it, as that will fall incomplete, and another 4th down stop for the Junior Jays. 3:25 to go, and it looks like the junior Jack Lammers will come out as quarterback for this, what could be the final drive of the game.
Jack Lammers got some minutes in against DeSmet. Went 1 for 1.
And a running clock as it ticks below 3 minutes to go. Lammers under center. As this clock will slowly start to peel away on this one. Both teams about to move to 1-1 on the season. Another handoff to Troshinsky, as this one is going to go across midfield down to about the 45. So
Great blocking there by the O-line. Able to make a hole for the sophomore to get a significant.
Give it to Troshinsky. That's Vishal Patel on the recovery for the Bulldogs. And the first turnover of the game for the Junior Jays. So Burke will get the ball one last time here with minute 41 to go.
Clock will continue here as the Bulldogs begin to take the field. Oh, appears there's a timeout.
So 1:35 left. Burke will use their first timeout of the second half as they try to draw something up. As this game winds down. Looking forward, Junior Jays hosting Lincoln Southeast next week in what should be a very solid matchup. Lincoln Southeast ranked in this week's top 10. And after that, doesn't get much easier as Junior Jays head to Buell to take on Millard West. Then they come back home to host Papillion La Vista. Then they go on the road to face Central and then Fremont. They then host Westside at Northwest. Then they cap off the season on the road against Norfolk.
It's going to be a fun year of football for the Junior Jays.
Absolutely.
Especially with the district changes every 2 years.
Yep. Home and home matchups for each one of those district matchups, as that one is immediately swallowed up in the backfield. That looks like Alex O'Kane in the backfield making the hit and bringing him down. About a minute to go in this one. It's been all Junior Jays. Closing in on a 1-1 record on the season. Handoff brought down in the backfield. That's Manny Paul breaking through the play, able to cause a loss of about 6.
As we approach 30 seconds left in the game, Burke maybe will get off one more play. Looks like they will.
One last play. Throw over to the right side. That one's incomplete. And that will do it. A commanding 50-15 win to open up play here in the state of Nebraska for the Junior Jays. As they get the 35-point win here on the home opener. Dominant win on both sides of the ball. Great performances from many players. Chris, any final thoughts before we sign things off?
I'm excited to see this team grow. It's their first home game. It's their first in-state game. I think they played very, very well, especially the defensive line. They were able to get in the backfield consistently, pressure Collins, force him to make a bad throw or to not throw at all. And I think they're going to be key for the rest of the season.
Lots of positives to take away from this one. As we thank you so much for tuning in to the first CPSN broadcast of the year. From everyone at our crew, Jack Cosgrove, Hank McGill, King Maxwell, Colton Alder, who couldn't be here, Mr. Matt Raskershek, our advisor. Alongside Chris Hillebrand, I'm Mike Knockenauer. This has been Friday Night Lights on CPSN. We'll be back next week as the Junior Jays host Lincoln Southeast at Central. But until then, we thank you so much for watching and hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Good night.